What's up, guys? Dr. Cam here with Ground Overhead PT, coming back to you with your daily body armor. I'm going to talk about what some would consider a simple exercise. However, I find this quite effective, especially for my beginner athletes. It's kind of frequent, or I should say, often that we have folks come in that are dealing with some back pain. Maybe they just recently got into a new regimen, right? They're starting to work out. They're really trying to take care of their bodies. They want to be healthier. And so they joined a gym. They started doing things like squats. Maybe those are barbell back squats or attempting to do things like that and start to have a little bit of discomfort in their low back. I want to give a scaled version of an exercise of that squat, actually, that can take a little bit of pressure off of the low back, displace that stress a little bit more towards the knees, but also put them in a better position during the squat so that they can learn this movement a bit better, access a better position, and ultimately not stress that back out so much, let it calm down and build up that capacity. So the way we do this is going to be through a long lever goblet squat. Okay. What this does is, if you've ever been in the gym and you go through a back squat, you notice the difference between, the barbell being on your back, you end up leaning over a bit more, right? And that's normal. That's very common. Okay. And there's nothing wrong with that. However, that position does put a little bit more stress at the hips and at the low back. Okay. So for our beginner athletes, if you're dealing with this, one position or one alternative may be to use a light kettlebell as a counterbalance or a counterweight to help maintain more of an upright posture and take some of that stress off of the back. Okay. The way we're going to do this, again, you're going to take a light kettlebell. You're going to put this out in front of you. We're going to get into that squat stance, and then we're going to sit down into that squat and then drive back up. Down into that squat and drive back up. Again, sitting down and driving back up. So one thing you'll notice, guys, my back is able to stay much more vertical. Okay, I don't end up bending over quite as much. It's going to stack my spine a little bit and ultimately take that pressure off of the low back. Not completely, but at least more so than your barbell back squats. Okay, it's also going to help teach those folks how to keep their chest upright. Right, we want to be able to sit down into a nice deep squat while trying to keep our chest up as much as we can. Obviously, proportion sometimes will dictate how much we can keep our body up, but the long lever goblet squat will certainly assist and help to get into a better position while also taking some of that stress off of the low back. So if you guys are dealing with back pain that's limiting you from progressing in your athletic endeavors, please reach out to us here at Ground Overhead. And don't forget to go ahead and subscribe and like our page. And I'll see you next time for your daily body armor.